Hello, hello! Welcome one and all. Welcome to my stream. I am Paladin Ashe here to stream for you again. Also, I forgot to put voice mod on. Anyways, thank you for coming again to another stream, another Enshrouded stream. I'm going to continue where I last left off with Russet that I've been playing off stream on my other character on my old map, which has been... It's basically he's farther along than I am in this, so the way I logic it is that I'm chasing after that and living a different experience, so it shouldn't kill the vibe of the game for me. But I will say I'm tempted to respec at this juncture because I don't have much in the way of like a lot of mage stuff, and you know, going and respecing as say Archer might be a good experience, but we'll see. Private, sharing my world. That's the, yeah, that's the one. Ah, 4 points. Why is that all exposed? It looks mad ugly. Okay. Okay, I'm salvaging you. Because I got one of the eternal arrows, that might be a good thing to get now. Crucipide. Right. Fire bricks.
Hey.
The tragedy of this shit not playing off screen.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Oh, hey. Yo, bitch. You.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I'll stop making those noises. I swear this is the dub for Final Fantasy 15 right here. Okay, dude, I'm quite tired of you being in that wall. Get the fuck out. Okay, my desire to shift into archery is not going to happen anytime soon. That said, right, my Twitch drops. Ugh. Might be a cheapo when I do end up going and you know, setting up for you know, my more permanent lodging in probably Fort Calvin and hop over to the depot. Yeah, that's the thing. There is a dedicated server I think that's more than one, but there's a dedicated server known as the depot server. It is literally what it sounds like on the surface of it. Basically like a depot where people get like resources.
Welcome home.
Pieces of the past. Flameborn, I've been all over the world and I've picked up both trinkets and traditions on my travels. These keepsakes tell stories of a different time. The oldest is this fossil I found. If we had more, we could make a whole collection and showcase it properly. I think I already have that backpack made. Yeah. I want to put this down, so I'm waiting on the fired bricks. So where was I going? Oh, that's a marker. We the only ones. An eternal spell. That is a lot. One thing I discovered in my off stream is how to make water features, and I'm so tickled pink about that because water features are kind of fun to fuck with. I'm so close to that. I'm actually gonna beeline to it. I say as I approach and realize I'm not as close as I thought. Honey bun. Lamau, 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 lamau. Well, that's of course locked. Healing spells are not all that useful to the solo player. Ah. Did I get... Oh, I didn't get turned around. I can't remember. There's like it's not no ability to move blocks in this. Let's just delete. Oh. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Like, genuinely speaking, that was a lot of effort for a lot of nothing. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. The low meadows are drenched in sickness, flooded with bile and bitterness. Fight back in the shroud and veil, the peaceful glades lost beneath. Boundless wilds of untold beauty lie hidden under the decay. Found you. Why do these guys got salt in them? I really don't want to know why they got salt on them, but I'm kind of curious why they got salt on them. Nah. I keep pressing space for the fucking updraft, but I don't have that ability yet. Oh, well, that's Shroud magma. Not quite instant death, but not quite the death I want. Go away! How many more of you? Let's see if I can't get out of the fog quickly enough. I have a minute. Ugh. Screen tearing. What the hell? Stop that. a story of the not. I mean, I brought as waypoint. Nice little inn in the middle of fucking nowheres. I probably wouldn't place down a fucking altar there because not really worth the use of an altar slot. Yeah, I know how I know that feeling. Also, hey, Calamite the Huntress. Yeah, like there have been several survival games where I've kind of like attempted, reattempted, attempted again, and then eventually like something just clicks and I get into it. But then I put it down and it's hard to get back into, but then I pick it up again and somehow I go through the cycle again and really enjoy it again. I think part of it is ultimately speaking because it can be kind of daunting is the wrong word, but also kind of the right word. Yeah, that's another thing is like they're very fun as like a collaborative experience with other people. Like Valheim, if you've got like a whole little like village together that you share together, then it's fun to build things up. If you're just doing it by yourself, it can be a bit dull and you end up having to make the enjoyment for yourself. I think part of it also is it's a little bit daunting, not because the games are necessarily hard, but because like you always start off in like a hole and then have to like build your way up and then you have to like build your settlement. All right. All right, yeah, there we go. Grapple hook. Whoop. Yeah. What? I got no space for that. Abiotic Factor was really fun with the second person, though I ended up min-maxing myself a little too much. Yeah. Abiotic Factor is actually really fun, though my most experience came somewhat recently. A few months ago, I was basically just like heavily into it and playing it by myself, a little bit with a friend, but it's really fun. It's just that you can easily kind of just like wind up a little bit too into a particular weapon type. They have a DLC for it? Okay, that is news to me. That. Delete that. That. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are some things that I can part with without issue? And I can always get more honey. This set actually looks banger. I think the end, in the end, I have a heavy weapon because the sprinting attack is really quite silly. Oh right, yeah, the sprinting attack where you kind of like whack forward with the weapon for a lot of damage. Ah, the obelisk. Unforeseen. Humanity is ephemeral, nothing but a brief moment in time. A breath long taken, the blink of an eye. Yet despite their mortal nature, they have created fire. A flame of their own to brighten their impending dawn. Oh, right. I think my next co-op endeavor is going to be Barotrauma, not exactly survival, but still a really fun game. That's the one where you're managing the submarine and it's kind of scrollery, isn't it? And they're like genuine eldritch entities in the deep. Yeah, I've seen some funny clips from that, though I've never played it. I think I'm on the landmass with Fort Calvin. It's going to start raining soon, isn't it? Yep, that's Fort Calvin. What are the better locations to put down an altar? Bruh. I forgot how scuffed this place was when I previously reclaimed it. I need to make space. I am never using this torch. That is my one solitary space. I can get more game easily. One of my most memorable experience in Barrow was in a tier 1 sub and just getting up from the crawler attack, and we caught the attention of an abyss monster. The latcher we put up the latcher put up a valiant fight, but we were dragged into the crush depths. Ouch. Craft, lockpick. If I had the space, I'd be collecting all this shit, but I simply do not. Yeah, there's the rain. I say, even though the clouds are already moving away. Damn. Philosopher. Oh. Hey. What spells are you casting? Yeah. Oh, they're called Buka. They're kind of like a tribal beastman race. Let's see. I can get more of that eventually. I don't need all that. Fresh shroud spore, giant glitter scale, reptile leather. I don't need all that. I thought I killed you. How many of you bitches are there? I suppose I'll commit to the out. 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 Let me out. This is some bullshit. Go away. Yeah. The stunning in this game can be a bit frustrating at times because there are certain mobs that just kind of spam the one move over and over again. Ugh. My character's starving and needs food. Yeah, I'm spec'd for a blink dash, basically. It's normally a roll, but you spec for it. Forgot about this space under here. Yeah, so like Fort Calvin, like in this game, you can reclaim areas of the map as like a base if you put down an eternal torch. And I spent the better part of a real world month coming and refurbishing bits of this specific area. Because it's just such a good wide open space. I may well do that again because it was actually pretty fun. Why are you sitting on those lockpicks? That's unlocked. I might be too early in my adventure to do anything with this location. The idea of putting down a torch is enticing though. Welcome to Fort Calvin, weary traveler. Fort Calvin is the last stronghold of peace and a place for all survivors. We welcome refugees of the Elixir Wars with open arms. Please find me, Jake's, in the market for a ration of nourishing stew, as well as a warm, dry cot where you can rest. Let's build a home that can outlast the shroud together. Not where I wanted to go. That said, I am going to put down a torch after I get some stone. Ah. What do you mean enemies nearby? I'm gonna slap a bitch somewhere in here. It's probably in the damn sewers too. That's what I thought. Fuck you. Ugh. Don't have any space in your inventory. What is taking up? Oh, that. Gaming for me is like a practice of Sophie's choice. What item is in your inventory are you willing to part with? I hear something in there. Or up there. So much foliage. Yeah. This is gonna be a pain. Fuck you. Misfortune maze. Okay. I'm clearly John Travolta looking back and forth right about now. Okay, I was here. Fuck you. Bitch, where? I can't see with that in my face. Ain't in there. How about here? Well, now this looks wildly different from what it did before. I might turn that into the salon man's salon. Yeah, there's a dude you get at a certain point whose whole thing is character customization. I hate the rats in this game. I hate the rats in this game. I hate them. What do you mean there was another one down here? About to crash the fuck out. Dissolve, bitches. Believe there are beds in here? Yes. Let's expedite the night. Are you kidding me? So mad about that. Hmm. Where are they? Go away! Are there any more? Are there any more? Hello? Where are you, you bitches? I officially don't like rats. I imagine in most co-op situations, it's a everybody must be laying in bed thing. Hey, Chonka. I am trying to clear out vermin in an old ruined fort town in hopes of claiming it for settlement. I don't have the space for you. You're a potted plant. You're probably going to be all like, hey, you can have potted plants. What keeps screeching at me? Where are they? You're going to tell me I can't because there's... Okay, but if I place it over here, you're going to tell me that I can't because, yeah, enemies nearby. Where? I want to place it there because that's where it needs to expand from. No, not here. Okay, so if I want to place it there, to the right, behind, and to the left. Oh, I haven't gone in there. Well, it's not here. Ow. Killed everything there. What's up on your end, Chanka? How you doing? That's cool. It's never bad to take a load off. Ah. Okay, there's something somewheres. Maybe it's up in the tower. Ugh, I'm so constantly out of stamina. Finally got your Frankenstein bot to get its dialogue right. Nice. Yeah, getting the dialogue to be correct on a bot that you have a specific image on is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm still not quite fully understanding how it completely works, because you can tell a bot to be like, oh, speaks like this all you like, but if you don't include, for instance, like a bit in, say, Crush On, because that's what I use, with a, like, to an exclusion. If you don't, like, include a bit of dialogue and some formatting in the opening, post, it kind of just takes a guess at it. Ah! The earth quakes. First it was a rumor, then a dark premonition. Now we cannot deny any longer reports from beneath Fort Kelvin are true. Creatures unseen burrow here and threaten our survival. They dig upwards, shaking the ground. Do we abandon our post for the shrouded wilds outside our walls, or stand and fight the beasts coming from below? We must keep this place safe. After all, Fort Kelvin is our last retreat. Please tell me that's what I need to kill. Please. Ow. I find it funny, the only two Lancer classes to use lances are Artoria and her altar. All the other lancers use spears. I mean, I agree, but that borders on autistic, so I'm going to have to point that out. As an autist, I must point it out. This is it. This is the room. It has to be. Any more of you? There's always more of you. This has to be it. That has to be it. Oh, come on. Excuse me. Yeah, very much so. I'm literally trying to find the remaining bats and rats in the area, and I cannot find them. Enemies nearby. Where? I'm not making a lockpick for that door just yet. Who doesn't love wet? Having your entire stamina reduced so much. Fuck you! There's somebody somewhere sometime. Yeah, I heard that the director of Edge Runners was like, yeah, the collaboration is canon. Which honestly I'm pleased by. A person on Twitter made a good point that it does better for an epilogue than the actual ending of Edge Runners. Love Edge Runners to bits, but that ending is crushingly abrupt. Like, Lucy loses pretty much every person she ever had from her previous life in a fairly short span, except for the one dude who's their driver. And it's on the tail of being betrayed by the person who basically helped her, you know, get her footing as a net runner. And, you know, her boyfriend dies, and he was her dream, like, more so than going to the moon now. And then she's just on the moon, and she's like, yeah, I'm on the moon, and living the memories of what could have been since somebody who's no longer here for me. Oh, they play it off like they play it off as basically kind of like a dream. Like the way it works, if memory serves, is that essentially all of this is like in some sort of like memory domain that's like a digital space. And she wakes up, kind of only vaguely remembers it and parses it as a dream. But prior to that moment, after like the events with Adam Smasher and David's passing, you know, she was basically like unable to eat and unable to sleep. She just could not cope. And then she like goes through that, gets her closure. She wakes up feeling more at peace with what happened than she'd been in since it happened. Okay, I hear you down there. I think I see it, but I can't see it because there's light shining into my room. Ah. I wish to kill you. That's what you fucking get. I saw that. Enemies. Where? Yeah, I was posting like, you know, stuff from this, you know, into, you love seeing the crossover fan art. My favorite is, yo, Rover, my man over, my man, how you doing? Yeah, I was posting, you know, like snippets about it in like, you know, like the older, like, me and Bo have this one Discord that like predates him being a streamer and me being a streamer, so it's like just us and our like, you know, friends before that, so it's semi-private. Plus he'll hate me to say this, he does have a tendency to invite people who are hot ass to the group. Nate and Salt not you know, falling into this category. I'm not even shitting you, like, love him to bits, but like he invited this one dude one time, and it was related to like getting 3D printed minis, and this dude was a twat waffle. Like he like popped into chat because we were in chat and was like, hey, did you hear that you know, One Punch Man season 2, this is season 2 not season 3, is like badly animated? And fucking our buddy Joey's like, so you're just not gonna watch it because what other people said? And the guy proceeded to put him on mute and then never take him off mute. And whatever, that's your own thing. but he would still show up into chat and talk with us while the dude was right there and being talked over because he was muted, so the guy couldn't tell that he was speaking. And we at one point were all like, yo, could you like not do that? And rather than do the same thing, because like the altercation was like the most mild of nothings, and take him off mute, he was like, okay, and we'll just leave chat whenever our buddy was there. Which is funny because I disliked this guy, and more than a few times was like, hey Joey, this guy's in chat, want to hop in and chat with me and drive him away? One time I did that, but he didn't catch the message, but he did see that this guy was in chat and just followed through on that anyways without technically needing to be asked. And another guy that I've talked about a few times was the wettest of blankets you ever did see. Like, we're talking, would like show up and have very circular, like, you know, vent sessions where he'd whine about thing, you know, kind of ask our opinions, but you may as well not have ever even said anything because he wouldn't even regard your opinions as having been heard. And these would be over the stupidest of topics. Like, when the Bowsette meme was making its rounds, he was mad because the artist got, like, some acclaim from the Bowsette meme. And he's like, I'm an artist too, why don't I get meme famous? Or fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 being announced, and he's like, can you imagine the gall of releasing that game 10 years after the last one? It's like, they've made other games. Like, my brother in Christ, what are you talking about? They have made other games. Yeah, or actually, no, I have skipped over the one that would most resonate with you. He came in asking if Goblin Slayer was really about just killing goblins and if the goblins were really just evil. And the conversation went something like this. I'm just asking, is it like really just about killing goblins? And are the goblins really just evil? Or is there like a secret, like they're really just misunderstood bit? And we went back and forth for a straight up hour, and it went something like, yes and no, it's about other things, but mostly it is about the dude's fight with goblins, but he fights other things while pursuing goblins. And yes, the goblins are straight up evil. He straight up says at one point that a good goblin would be one that never leaves its hole, and it never deviates from that. And he would then ask the same question over again. Is it really just about killing goblins? And are they not perhaps actually just misunderstood? It was the most like, you've seen that fucking 4chan meme or whatever where the person posts the smug anime girl and they're like, damn, I'm really shocked that this can of beans is only just beans. And the thing is, I feel like that's like a deep mischaracterization of Goblin Slayer. When, like, yes, it is by all rights about killing goblins, but it is a series that so excellently performs exactly that. You know, the fucking that like it doesn't really matter. Like it is excellently written. It is great characters. Genuinely speaking, you know, you could ask for no more in an anime series. I'll have to track that image down because it is literally hilarious, because it is about is about killing goblins and him learning how to open up slowly after his trauma. Yeah, like, the hook is the killing of the goblins, but it is, by and large, about, like, the characterization of somebody who is deeply traumatized and coped with that trauma by self-isolation and autism. You know, to the point that he doesn't know how to interact with people. He doesn't even perceive himself as an adventurer, despite being a silver ranked adventurer. You know, that's basically somebody who's a well-established adventurer. That is somebody who is, you know, firmly got some grit under their feet. And most people get to that by doing like very, very like on the surface of it, risky missions. Goblin slaying is generally considered like mowing the lawn. And Goblin Slayer got to that by mowing the lawn a lot. Now, the whole point is that it's not actually mowing the lawn, and a lot of people die or worse. You know, fucking, well, like, a lot of people perceive it that way, and that's like another aspect of the story. Yeah. He's the rat catcher of the setting. Yeah, I'm putting that there to keep things nice and tramped down. But yeah, it's like, to just dismiss it as, oh, well, it's just about killing goblins, is basically to admit that you're like, you've got 2 brain cells and the only thing you're into is aura. Like, you may as well admit that you're into fucking, solo leveling. Who this bitch? Banana reed. Hmm. But yeah, that fucking dude who had those conversations, he eventually left. I felt bad with the circumstances that he did leave because, let's just say he caught the obvious, like, implicit implication that he wasn't exactly, I wouldn't say unwelcome. It's just that when people just kind of feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything with you because you're annoying to a person, yeah, they eventually just leave. Still somehow not the worst person we ever had on that server. The worst person was an honest to God, I would describe as a social democrat with a black woman fetish. And he once said, while one guy was while both Bo and our friend were AFK. No, wait, no, our friend had dipped off to do something and Bo was AFK. He once said to me that he was on the server to be a voice of reason in this community. Just to be clear, it's a buddies Discord with like a handful of people in it. This dude would like argue things in the most asinine way, shape, or way possible. Like he once did that thing where he was like talking about like Alex Jones and they're putting chemicals into the water that's turning the frogs gay thing, and this was like after information revealing that was actually true, just worded really poorly, and he fucking was like, yeah, he believes that. And Bo's like, yeah, and that's true. And he's like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, no, that's not what you're saying. You're not saying that even the slightest, bitch. Don't try to be all like, oh, I was just playing a funny here for a moment. He also had a weird perception of me because I'm gay and I got the gay voice, though no fault of my own. But like, he thought that I was intensely camp and, implied that he expected me to like phrase like annoyance in a certain way that sounded more camp. Not like like a demanding expectation, just sort of the assumption that I would be that way. He said that to me while I was upset about a thing because I've been dragged away for, basically I was playing Final Fantasy 14 with Bo. And I was, dragged away to attend to a matter and was a little bit peeved because the matter could have waited. But I was still living at home at the time, and my mother was like, can you do thing? And I'm like, in a bit. And she's like, yes, well, thing needs doing. And I'm like, I said in a bit. And she's like, yes, but thing needs doing. And that's sort of not really, not demanding, but it's that way that like a mother basically tells you that your feelings don't matter. Anyways, I go and do it real quick, but the queue popped before I could get back. It was a queue we had been waiting on for the better part of an hour. It was a slow day. And I'm just like, God fucking damn it. And he's like, oh, I kind of expected you to just go fuck. And I'm like, no, I don't do it that way. That is not how I sound. And honest to God, Bo was like, do you want me to kick him from the Discord? I really should have said yes, because like that was clearly Bo's way of saying he really wanted to do that right now. And had for a bit. He ended up punting the dude after the dude was being insufferable again, like about a week later. If that. But yeah, that dude was somehow the worst, in my opinion. Because like he had the most self-masturbatory views, shall we say. Like, he had an admitted like thing for black women, but at one point he straight up said, yeah. The thing is with Poe is that he will vibe with the person once. And the thing is, I'm of the perception you need to vibe with a person at least 3 times before you kiss them on the mouth. But like, you know, he'll go for the kiss on the first you know, play of a game with them. He a bit of a hoe. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. But basically, like, I want to say he met the wet blanket playing Destiny 1 and invited him to the Discord, and that's how he wound up there. He met the guy who put our buddy on mute and wouldn't fuck off from that, trying to get like minis for you know, Warhammer, 3D printed ones, specifically cheap bits, I think it was, because he was trying to make a specific look. And I remember, you know, like in the case of that last dude, we met him in Final Fantasy XIV. And here's the thing. I love Final Fantasy XIV. I love it to bits. But its fan base is thoroughly gay. Like, I'm not even just going to say liberal. I'm going to say gay. I'm going to say Pride Parade gay. Like, on Cactar, there was this dude who would go around in like a skimpy mog on a Roketon. And his name was like Stubble Nups the Third. His character search information very much like described that he was like, yo, down for erotic RP. And he was in a FC that was it was Folsom Street. And I want to say Folsom Street is both a location and an event in San Francisco. It is the gay event for like, you know, bears and, you know, whatnot. I think it's not specifically Pride, but it is a horny event. And that was not even on the horny server. The horny server is Balmung, by the way, on a different data center. But anyways, we met this dude through our FC, invited him into the Discord, and it went downhill from there. Now, in Poe's defense on the case of that dude, I was present for the interactions, and initially the dude was cool, but also I lacked for boundaries. And I've started to be like, hey, Poe, who is this person you're trying to invite to our friend Discord? It's like, they're cool. And I'll be like, okay, that's all I asked. Salt and Nate are cool people. Mostly they were invited because we involved them in like, you know, big group up events for the stream. So that's why. Okay, I need more rocks. Because I think I've finally camped, smacked down the enemies within that area. Where is a rock? Let's find a rock. I mean a big ass rock. Maybe something like a cinder block is better. I'll hoist it up and drop it on your face, my buddy. That was probably muted on both ends. But yeah, fucking that dude had such fucking weird beliefs. Like, okay, he had a mixed race daughter. That is not something I will criticize. Like, you know, love who you wanna, so long as they're of consenting age and of sound mind, you know, all that jazz. I have to say that because, like, in this day and age, I'm in a fandom that's like how you describe Final Fantasy 14. Bungo Stray Dogs, the fandom is insufferable. Yeah. A major problem with an autistic fan base is sometimes you get the shippers in it, and the thing is, I don't mind shipping. I am going to find characters hot sometimes. What I mind are the people who are like, this is my headcanon. If it is not supported by the writers, I will strike. I will threaten people. I will call people horrid things, but don't you ever call me a slur. But yeah, like, this dude had a mixed race daughter, which unto itself, not the problem, not even a problem. The problem is, he said, and I quote, "My daughter has more history in her blood than I will ever know. And one day she's going to have to make a choice between either side." Yeah. It's so pretentious. Like, at the time, I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is this? But like, after the fact, I'm like, damn, that dude was fucking weird. So fucking weird. Okay, how many, okay, I am basically on the 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm on the cusp of what I can and cannot do. Actually, no. Alter activations. I'm within my limit just fine. Okay. Okay. I have locked down this town. Eventually, I'll come back and remove all of these and put one up there, and that will cover the entire town. But I don't have the resources for that just yet. It's a work in progress. But yeah, he was very much one of those. It was Ringe. Cringe so hard your fucking butthole inverts. Let's see. Acting wand, level 11. Oh, okay. I can work with this. Arrow draw speed, piercing. Archer girl.
Welcome.
Mm. Okay. Let's reskill. Oh, okay. Refund all. Because I'm gonna go Ranger. Because I haven't gone Ranger before. Start with double jump. Naturally. It's absolutely essential for traversal. Then where is Ranger in all this? Ranger, Survivor, Ranger. Basically no Beastmaster. Does Beastmaster just suck or something? See. I'm just hanging out at the Tower of Destiny 2 while watching you. Cool. See, to the fandom thing, I do ship and I do headcanons. I prefer ships that make sense and headcanons that make sense. But once in a while, I do love a crack ship. But you will never see me on Twitter bitching about my ships or headcanons being canon. Yeah, I'm pretty laissez-faire when it comes to like most ships. If they exist in the same universe and they're hot, they're fair game if I can see chemistry there. One of my favorite ships out of LOL of all things, because I never played LOL, but I see a lot of art from LOL. And the preferred ship is, of all things, Graves and Braum. Braum and Graves, as far as I know, have no association with each other whatsoever. He's most keenly, Graves is most keenly associated with fucking Twisted Fate, and Braum is associated with little fluffy merchable yetis. They're all over his art. The closest they have, as similarity is they have these like skins from like a shared set. I think they're called like Star Guardians or something like that, or Light Guardians. And when Graves is in his and Braum is in his, he will say to Braum the most gay line, "I like a musky barbarian who knows what he wants." Like, bruh. Just say you like dick at that point. But I tend to be very like realistic about this sort of thing. It's fictional at the end of the day. It's not hurting anybody to like ship them, but it's also not necessarily canon. Skill shot. Bow specialization. Unlock specialized bow abilities. Press R to unleash. Ranger 1. Under healer, pick intelligence 1, healer 1 blink. Spirit. Water aura. Intelligence, waters of life. I love how everybody just takes water aura and that. Up to assassin. Take dexterity, airborne, updraft. Getting the essentials out of the way. Ranger, vitality surge 1. Assassin, endurance, sneak attack, backstab. Backstab mastery, dexterity, dagger specialization, veiled vigor, multi-shot. Okay. Multi-shot spread. Don't have enough points.
Hey.
Hello.
Let's not get rid of any of this just yet. I did not place that there. Give me the daggers.
Hi.
Hey. Ah. So.
Oh.
Ha ha.
Oh.
Oh. Hmm.
Let's see. Crafting. Plant fiber. Shroud mushrooms that I'm going to be missing. Honestly, when it comes to shipping, the weirdest ships to me are the ones that are like from whole ass different settings. Like I was on Tumblr towards the end of you know, like the times that led to Super Hulock, among other things. That is a certainly a pairing. I would say that is one of the most pairings of all time. Actually, I remember, okay, so you know a fandom has started to reach the limits of like their interest in a given pairing when the pairing starts to get really experimental. Like when you start coming up with like alt versions of them. Like a really good example of this was there is this website that died for a time and came back called Y Gallery. And it was kind of like the non-furry version of Fur Affinity for a time. But as I said, it died for a bit. They brought it back. But yeah, like it died and then came back. But during its height, its heyday, when it was actually like an actual like competitor for most popular porn website on the internet, fucking I was nominally in the Team Fortress 2 Rule 34 community, because that's how you like got stuff into your feed, was being in communities and following artists. Well, a really popular, and I do mean popular, shipping thing was to draw, I think it was Spy as an octopus. Why an octopus? I have no idea. I don't know how it led to that. If anything, I would say that like stuff like Overwatch ships that go cracked out like that are a little bit more logical because they're usually based off of a skin. Like you can draw Genji as he was before he was turned into a cyborg, because he's got a Pre-cyborgification skin. Where he's a handsome young man with the kind of features that women who critique dudes for the same kind of interests, you know, would be interested in. Well, good, because I gave you a roof now. Bitch, where are you? There you are. Plant fibers. Yes, yes.
Hi.
All right. I need this. Fired bricks. Block at a workbench. I've got rough stone. Ow. I want to rest my foot against my fucking desk to hold it in place. But I dropped a cup on my fucking big toe the other day and it still stings. It was a plastic cup, but it was still a cup. It still hurt. Ow. Fuck you.
Hello.
That is not the voice I would associate with you, girl.
Hey.
Whew. Holy shit. Hey, honey. Hello, all. Welcome to my stream. I am going to perfunctorily shout out Bo to the non-existent people in chat who have never heard of him.
Oh.
Shout out Marshall underscore Bohemond. Hey, EA. Hey, Salt. Hey, hun. How was your stream? How was Destiny? I forgot a lot of shroud spores. Oh, that's good.
Welcome.
I need wood planks. I don't have the saw. I have to get the saw blade. Yeah, it'll be nice to get back into Valheim. I have to wonder what we'll specifically do on our streams, because like Valheim's very much one of those games where you can go a Viking and you're encouraged to go a Viking, but you're also encouraged to kind of, find your thing that you enjoy. You want to be the base bitch, by all means, be the base bitch. Speaking from experience, I will probably be the base bitch. There we go. Only took me 3 hours to get this fucking thing built. It's kind of a crying shame he got no body hair.
Where there's fire.
Strange streams of the castle. Have you heard of Pikesmead's whistles? The dancing lights in the sea, good omens, but merely a trick of the light. I thought, until my daughter saw him. This strange glimmer in the water, moving, prowling. Now I see the same glow whilst I slumber from within the castle. Taunts me. 'Tis no trick. It lives. Are you prepared to change that, kid?
Now
Yeah. Now, I fully acknowledge I'm the type of person who's like, I don't know how to build it without watching person do it first. I am kind of a copier like that, but sometimes I'll just be like, I want to build thing, and I'll be like, I make thing, a thing. Blah, 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 kettle. Yeah, I'll get your damn kettle. Yeah. Though I think Joey and Peter fulfilled Cook more often, purely because they were the ones more willing to, like, make the time to go out and like do stuff. Whereas like, I'd be like, I'm gonna go to Black Forest and gather more ore and bring it over in a cart and smelt it and add to our iron or whatever. I can't remember. It was in Black Forest. And so on. Space, space, space. I got space. I don't got space. I need a box. A box. And more nails. No, not that. Definitely this. Get this shit out of my inventory. Get this shit out of my inventory. More space than I've had all stream. Playing fucking Sophie's Choice with my inventory.
Hi.
You got arrows for me yet, bitch? Okay, you got arrows for me. But I need copper bars. Okay, you are damage 11, cutting, piercing. Okay. Yeah, I decided to switch to Ranger just to see what it was like. The build I have still basically uses the blink though. Blink dodge too good. I'm gonna go over and get that shroud. That'll be a skill point. That'll be a paddling. And fly. Oh, a salt mine called Saline Quarry. I'm sure it's real salient. Oh, there it is. See, I'm the sort of that hybrid type that will build outposts in the most absolutely inhospitable locations. I mean, you say that, but they also did the same. There are some areas where it's just abysmal just to get a foothold. I've heard the Mistlands are basically like, oh, you want a foothold? Better defend it for your life. Undiscovered, Ring of Rot. Okay. Skidoo point 2. Kiru unlock. Wee 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 wee. This build got teeth. Ah! Like, when I played Ark, I intentionally sought out the harshest possible environment to set up top. Oh, Ark. I kind of wished I enjoyed it more because it does got some biome variety that I like. I mean, it's even got like an underground cave network. You don't see many of those in survival crafts. The problem is I don't know. As soon as the survival craft, it's like totally realistic fidelity. You know, super realism quality. Everything's just flat out ugly. Like, we talking the most uggo shit ever. I reserve the right to be shallow about this sort of thing. I remember Ark was such a pain to get into, though. Like, I gave it a shot, like, the first time. And this is, like, back years ago when it was, like, they hadn't even released their second map yet. And I start off, and I'm like, okay, I'll pick the center area. The swamp. I'd started off in the swamp. Now, for those who've never played Ark, the swamp contains a really abysmally bullshit mob that no newbie ever wants to run into. It was the fucking giant boa constrictor, or whatever it's called. Giant anaconda? I don't know. And it will basically come along and ream you with a paralytic toxin and kill you. That's exactly what happened to me. Almost just about killed interest in the game right then and there. But I gave it another shot a time later. It clicked for a bit then. Then my sister and brother-in-law were all like, join us on our server. So I'm like, okay. I go to their server where they proceed to immediately max out my points with like some sort of like item grinder thing. And from there, I didn't really have a purpose. And that's the problem. Make a struggle game too easy and you lose interest. Too many. Ow. Get away from me. I've got the spawns is so damn high in this, and it's not even the fucking highest it can be. When playing on the Crystal Isles map, I built on a mountaintop in the desert region. Yeah, if someone did that with me, I'd leave immediately. I enjoy survival. Yeah. Like every time the struggle, you know, era of the game ends, I start to lose interest. The thing about, you know, Valheim is it doesn't really end per se. You just go to a different area and suddenly you're struggling again. How many of you are out there? Fuck off. The only thing that keeps me interested past the struggle portion is something that lets me automate industry on a mass scale. Yeah, not many games have that, mind you. Like Satisfactory definitely has that, where you kind of like start shitty, get and like get more automation as time goes on. Though the agony is setting up a system with reasonable, you know, symmetry, and doesn't need to be babied a bunch, and is supplying the demand of the, like, you know, the like the back end supplies the demand of the front end or whatever. Yay, giant tarantulas. Well, I didn't expect that to immediately die. Spidery ass corner indeed. The thing about Minecraft is I've never really been able to get into the weird mods like Thaumaturgy because they always have like a 1,000,000-page long fucking PDF file on how to work them. Like playing Minecraft at a baseline is already a case of RTFM. You know, having to fucking you know, experience that with whatever, like, you know, mod you've thrown in is like annoying, especially when it's a mod pack. Shots, no kills. Ah, fuck. You stop that. shit. That was some actual horse shit. Joy. This reminds me of that fucking, like, I think green text post once where, like, a dude tried to get his friend into fucking stalker, and like the dude was like having a reasonably chill time of it to start, and then wound up in some sort of place where he was being attacked by, I think, a bloodsucker. But the thing is, he was like up on top of like a building and the bloodsucker couldn't get him. And like the anon is basically like, this dude's gonna hoe a bloodsucker real easy his first go, and that's gonna ruin all the fun. The bloodsucker proceeded to like get in an easy hit or like a difficult hit and knocked the dude off his, like, you know, point, and he fell to his death. Where is the, there is a obelisk around here somewhere, and I should click it. I need to cultivate resources for you know, animal bait. Because there's a pet dog in that town, but I cannot help it at this juncture. His name is Ruffles. Okay, let's see if I can't get the saw blade without dying this time. I want to expand my storage. Ugh. Sorry, pupper. By the way, these puppers are all this vicious because, as you find out, they're deliberately starved and beaten. So, if you ever run into the savages in this land, know that they deserve death. See, I didn't even need to fuck with that dude, but he deserved it. Where the fuck did you come from? Find the circular saw blade in their camp. Skills. Where is... Oh, come on. Fine. I'll search around for... There we are. take bombs. You know, funnily enough, like, I've never done like an explosives build in Fallout, but partially that's because in general, I'm not the biggest fan of like builds that are contingent on resources that are asinine to find at the early levels. Like, okay, you'll find a few bombs, especially in Fallout New Vegas, but come fucking like a certain point, you're not gonna find very many. Oh, well, maybe you can just make your own or some shit like that. I can't remember if you can make your own in Fallout New Vegas. But, like, the eventuality of being able to make that shit does not replace the fact that you're going to struggle for a bit. Fuck you. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, also these guys do drugs, so, you know, that's how you know they're not worth life. Channel notes. Last Bad Monday. Such a lovely people. Ah! Where is this blade? Oh, I do love how that updated without my notice. Wonder if there are beds upstairs. I've looked at beds upstairs, right? Under the clickable beds. The kind that I can, like, lay in, rather than just the ones that have fucking... Ugh. They're bunk beds. They don't count. Sorry, people who sleep in bunk beds as adults. Your bed don't count. Why do some of you just auto loot and some of you don't? Makes no sense. Look at those penny puns. Pawn Song Frontier. That sounds like a really gay dude ranch. Ah! How dare you? Build higher, the tower must reach the zenith and rival the grace of the sun itself. Matron Leandra demands so. I've procured the finest castle stone. Find it at the tower's back. Tower's back, you say? Is there a crafting bench there, or a crafting stone? Okay, yeah. Gonna have to go there. Oh, another reason why these people don't deserve life. They're quasi-matriarchal and led by, you know, drug-slinging fucking ham planets. They're uber evil simps. Yeah, whenever you hear the word a matron's with these guys, that's basically their boss, and they're evil. They're evil to begin with because they abuse dogs, but like, in the general sense, you know, they're especially evil because of that. There it is. Ugh. One sec. Itching a scratch. We're scratching an itch. Actually, wait, no. That reminds me of the there it is. How dare you? It's not enough that you have to be an obese bitch, but you have to sacrifice Doge? No, you fucker! How dare you? Ugh. I'm kind of mad on that because I would have beat her if she hadn't been such a fucking bitch and summoned dogs. Oh, for the love of... I don't want to deal with you. There's a fat ham planet who needs to be, you know, put in a row. Oh, come on. And that ate all my mana too, which comes back real slow now that I'm not like, you know, wizard spect. I'm sorry, didn't I kill all you bitches? I hate these fuckers. Stop doing that. I should have just been an assassin. At this rate. Go away! My God. That is my fault. There we go. And my inventory is full. There we go. Da, 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 da. Let's make space for you. Okay, back to the tower. There it is. That is what I want. Tambourine. Wolf daggers. I've already got a pair of level 24 ones. I don't need that. Now, why I have a pair of level 24 ones, I don't know. I just looked into my shit and was like, those are especially high level. Okay, I can work with this. Slash, stab. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, okay. That's not that far away. Hmm. Ugh.
Care to look at my craft?
Circular saw blades of highest quality. You brought back some circular saw blades, huh? Scavengers gave you trouble? So Thornhold didn't hold. A shame. Well, let's craft that table saw in their honor. Put it where I can see it. I need nails and wood logs. I'm gonna make 2, so I'm gonna need 20 nails and 16 logs. You, man bosom. Thank you.
Ah! Hey!
Hi.
Okay, okay. Well, that's crafting. Hmm. There we go. I forgot to equip it in my ranged slot, which allows me to use the Q button to summon it up. Just practicing. The fuck back here. Hmm. Yeah, they really revamped the skill system in this because you used to be able to do an updraft like 3 times. Uh, I hate these things. More skill points. Hmm. I can reach that one. Boosh. Well, it's the flame sanctum I didn't know about. Which means more sparks. It crawls beneath my flesh. The catacomb stones have cursed me, for the hollow of my rib cage is home to 1,000 hungering moths. Okay. I can live with that. The moth thing? You're probably talking about that lore entry that blipped across the screen. I didn't really pay much in mind to its name. Oh. Thousands of moths. As in, like, a mouth. Stop moving. There we go. Lumen Light Cave. What? Yeah, one of the boons of like being like if I were caster still is that you've got a wand that you know, tracks targeting. Ow, fuck you. Oh my god. I hate how many of these things there are. And there's always so many of them. Eh. Get back here. You fucking sluts. How many more? I forget what you're used for, but I'm gonna have so many fucking parts. I'm gonna use them for whatever. I'm gonna turn you into a fucking gross ass stew. And then feed you to the bitches who still want to say you'll eat the fucking, you know, cricket flour. Doop 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 doo. Bruh, there is so much shit that's coming out within the next couple of months. You know, I'm hyped about a lot of things. There's, you know, that. There's the Plague Tale prequel game centered around Sophia, I think her name was, from Plague Tale Requiem. Fucking, what else? They've announced a bunch of shit for next year, a bunch of shit that's coming out in like just the next few months. I'm sorry, where are you coming from? Thanks. Ugh. I'm just real quickly going after these trees because they actually give skill points per kill. Well, per initial kill. Secondary kills don't count. So, like, when they respawn, you know, I'll basically get nothing for going after them. But for now, you get a skill point for killing them the first time. Okay, there we go. That's about the only ones that I wanted to go after. Let's hit uptown. And shove a bunch of stuff into various places. I said this earlier, but this game radiates the energy of the fucking Final Fantasy 15 dub.
Hey.
All right. I think that's as far as I'm gonna go today. Let's see if I can't find somebody to raid on because, yeah, let's pay it forward. Let's go with Gray Vertigo. Raid Gray Vertigo. Oh. Thank you all who tuned in. Thank you those raiders from both stream who stuck around. I appreciate you all. I will not be streaming tomorrow because I am going down island to a class that will occur during my general stream times, but it's fine. I should be streaming Thursday and Friday, and barring Bo and Millie or Pissposs wanting to get together for, say, Inquisitor Martyr, whatever's on my schedule is what's scheduled. So At any rate, I hope you enjoy Grey Vertigo. I have been Paladin Ashe, and I'm signing off.